Now acids are of different types. Based upon the source, we are having organic acids and inorganic acids. What I said? Organic acids and inorganic acids. So organic acids means which you are getting from the plants and the animals. They are known as organic acids. Like we are getting the citric acid. Alright, we are getting the lactic acid. We are getting the malic acid. We are getting the acetic acid. Now acetic acid we are getting it from vinegar. Citric acid we are getting from the citrus fruits, lemon and all. Then lactic acid we are getting it from the sour milk. We can say that. When the milk becomes sour, we can say that. Malic acid we are getting it from apples. So the one which you are getting fit from the plants and animals, like formic acid, you are getting it from the bites of the ants and the wasps. When the ants and wasps bite you, you see that itching is there. So that is nothing but the stings. It leaves formic acid on your body. Alright, the sting it leaves formic acid. So we are getting formic acid from the ants and the wasps. We are getting it. So they are called as organic acids. Okay. Inorganic acids means the mineral acids, which you are getting it from the minerals. Alright, like HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, we are getting it. Like carbonic acid, we are getting it in the cold drinks, the fizzy drinks, carbonic acid. Alright, clear? Like HCl, we are getting it from the minerals. H2SO4, we are getting it from the minerals. HNO3, we are getting it from the minerals in this way, the mineral acid. Similarly, we are having the phosphoric acid. Alright, so in this way, these are the inorganics. So many more are there, we can say that. So in this way, we are getting the inorganic acids. Basically, they are the mineral acids. So in this way, we got it. That is your organic acids and inorganic acids. We can say that. Next. After that, this is upon the source. Next. After that, on the basis of composition, we can say that. On the basis of composition, we are having the first one is your hydra acids. And the second is your oxy acids. Now, hydra acids means you can say that sir, it contains hydrogen. No, all acids contain hydrogen. Hydra acid means apart from hydrogen, if it contains a non-metallic element present in it. Non-metallic element. For example, HCl is a hydra acid. HBr is a hydra acid. HI is a hydra acid. Because apart from hydrogen, if it contains a non-metallic element, that's said to be as a hydra acids. We can say. Now, oxy acids means apart from hydrogen, oxygen, and another non-metallic element if it is present. Acids means hydrogen will be there. Oxy acids means oxygen is there. And another non-metallic element. For example, H2SO4. For example, HNO3. For example, H2CO3. For example, H3PO4. For example, H2SiO3, silicic acid. We can say that. In this way, these are known as oxy acids on the basis of composition. Alright. Now, next is, are you writing the definition? The one which I am saying, please write it down. Please make a note. Because I am saying you the definition of the different types of acids. Next, we are having the on the basis of strength. Strength means the acids which gives more of H plus ion or H3O plus ion in its aqueous solution. Alright, that is called as that is how we measure the strength of the acid. The substance or the acids which gives more of H plus ion or H3O plus ion in its aqueous solution. Like when HCl is dissolved in water, if it dissociates almost completely. Now don't say completely because none of the substance dissociates completely. We can say almost. Almost means it can be maximum 99.9% the degree of dissociation. Alright. Degree of dissociation. Now I used a word here, degree of dissociation. Degree of dissociation means what? Alpha. Alpha means number of moles dissociated. Moles means molecules. If you don't understand moles, you can write molecules. Number of molecules dissociated by total number of molecules, we can say. Now for example, let us say I have taken 100 molecules. And 99 molecule dissociates. In what you can say strong acids, 99 molecule let us say dissociates. So what is the degree of dissociation? 99 by 100. So how much you got? 0.99. Now degree of dissociation is always expressed in percentage. So 0.99 into 100% will give you what? 99%. We can say that in this way. So degree of dissociation we calculate in this way. Number of moles dissociated. Are you able to read this one? I am once again writing it out. dissociated by total number of, that is, molecules. We can say that. Okay, fine. So in this way, in what you can say, a strong acid is an acid which dissociates almost completely into its ions. Into its ions means completely into H plus ion and H3O plus ion. Almost completely, I am using the word. That's said to be as a strong acid. And weak acid means which dissociates feebly. Basically, what we do is that if the degree of dissociation is very less, that means it is taken to be as if the degree of dissociation is less than 30%. Less than 30%, it is considered to be as a weak acid. Which are weak acids? Carbonic acid is a weak acid. Acetic acid is a weak acid. It does not dissociate almost completely. For example, if I take HCl, alright, H plus plus Cl minus in its aqueous solution, aqueous HCl, alright, aqueous solution, it will dissociate to give you H plus and Cl minus. Rather you can say, sir, in aqueous solution it will give you H3O plus, correct? You are also correct, no problem. There is no difference between H plus and H3O plus in acids, we can say that, okay, yes, because both are having the same properties. Hydronium ion and hydrogen ion, both are having the same properties. Remember it, aqueous HCl, I have written H3O plus and Cl minus. So here if I have taken 100 molecules, it will dissociate almost completely. That means 99 molecule will dissociate. Maybe one molecule will remain undissociated. One or two molecule may remain undissociated. So it's a strong acid. Suppose if I take here acetic acid, which is your vinegar, acetic acid, CH3COH, vinegar, alright, it will dissociate to give you what? CH3CO minus plus H plus. So here if I take 100 molecules, of course this is also aqueous. If I take 100 molecules, then what you will find is that hardly 10 or 20 molecules dissociate. Let us say 20 molecules dissociate. Here 20 molecules. 80 remains undissociated. Undissociated 80 remains. Which is what? It's a weak acid. So it gives less concentration of H plus ions in aqueous solution or H3O plus ions in aqueous solution. We can say that. Here also you can write H3O plus. No problem. You can write. Okay. Yes. So in this way, strong acid is what? Strong acid means the acid will dissociate almost completely into its ions. What is that ions? H plus ions or H3O plus ions in its aqueous solution. It's a strong acid. Alright? And weak acid means it dissociates feebly into its ions. I've already explained you about strong acids and weak acids. Fine. Next is, after that, we can say about base also the same thing. Strong base and the weak base. Same thing. For base, what you have to say is that strong base means the base which dissociates almost completely into its ions. What is that ions? OH minus ions. For example, strong base is your NaOH, aqueous. Aqueous NaOH. It dissociates to give you Na plus plus OH minus, which almost dissociates completely. Same thing. The degree of dissociation is almost here 99, 98, above 95%. We can say that. We can say. Clear? Like similarly, NH4OH, aqueous. It is a weak base. It does not dissociate completely. It dissociates feebly. Feebly. That means suppose if you take 100 molecules, hardly 20 or 25 molecules will dissociate. Remaining will remain undissociated. Remaining, let us say 75 or 80 molecules will remain undissociated. So hence it is a weak base. It is a strong base. We can say that. Clear? Now, this is about the strength of the acids and bases which I have discussed with you. Next, after that, we are having the concentration, on the basis of concentration. Now, you have heard the word in your lab, concentrated acid, dilute acid. Now, what do you mean by it? Listen very carefully the definition, because generally I find the people they make wrong. Concentrated acid means the acid which, the solution which contains relatively more amount of acid. Again I repeat, the solution which contains relatively more amount of acids in its solution, already I have said you, in its aqueous state. That is said to be as what? Concentrated acid. And if the solution contains relatively, you have to use the word relatively, because concentrated and dilution is a relative term. Remember that. It's a relative term. Alright. So don't say if a substance has more of the acid and less of water. It's not possible. It is a relative term. It is proportionately present. We can say that. The solute and the solvent. Proportionately present. Now you cannot take, that is 1 spoon of water and 1 liter of HCl. Can you resolve in it? No. That's not possible. So don't think about it also. So that is not a ratio. That is not a relative term. That is not a proportionate term. So hence again I repeat, what is a concentrated acid? Concentrated acid is an acid which relatively contains more amount of acid present in its solution state. And if it contains relatively less amount of acid, then said to be as what? Dilute acid. We can say that. So if the acid is less, then the water will be more. We can say that. Clear? So that's said to be as a dilute acid. For example, let me tell you, when we are preparing dilute H2SO4 or dilute HCl in the lab, what we are doing it? We are taking water and we are adding HCl or H2SO4 to it. We are taking water. For example, let me tell you also, we are taking 1 liter of water and we are adding 125 cc of H2SO4 to prepare 1 molar solution of sulfuric acid. Remember, 1000 ml water and 125 cc of sulfuric acid we are adding to it. What is that? It's a dilute or concentrated? It's a dilute acid. We can say that. Relatively, water is more compared to that of acid. So when relatively water is more compared to that of acid, then it's said to be as dilute acid. And if acid is more, relatively, use the word relative, because if we don't use the word relative, it's wrong, we can say, because it's a relative term, remember it. So in this way, that's said to be as a concentrated acid. If acid is more, relatively, it's said to be a concentrated. And if water is more, it's said to be as a relatively, it's said to be as a dilute acid. We can say that. I think it's clear. Thank you very much.